In this presentation, we're going to look at x and y intercepts of functions. So what I'm going to just sort of state is that an x-intercept is where a function like this, f of x, here's our function here, it's this sort of black curve, where it crosses the x-axis. Now this is the x-axis along here, okay? So where does it cross this x-axis? This point here. So similarly, the y-axis, or the y-intercept, is where this curve crosses the y-axis. So that's the y-axis there, okay? And where does it cross the y-axis? At this point here. So that's it really. What's the x-axis? What is the y-axis? That's it really. Where did it cross the curve? Just as a sort of remark, the y-axis, which is the vertical line, blue line there, at the y-axis we sort of say x is equal to 0, and with the x-axis we say y is equal to 0. That's actually the definition of those lines, the horizontal line and the vertical line. X equals 0, y is equal to 0. And actually that gives us an indication as to how to find these points. Just as a remark, in this example here, we have one y-intercept and one x-intercept, but we could actually have situations where we have two x-intercepts and only one y-intercept, okay, something like that there. Let's do sort of another example here, and clone that, and there, something like this here. You could actually have situations where there is no x-intercepts at all. Okay, so just ignore those green ones there. They're gone now. So no x-intercepts at all, just a y-intercept. Okay, so it never actually crosses the x-axis. And something similar again, you could actually have it's a bit of an unusual situation. Something that will cross the y-axis only, but never actually cross the x-axis. Something like that there, some sort of function like that there. So that you could actually have sort of like, there may not necessarily be an x-intercept, there may not necessarily be a y-intercept, and so on. And in some cases, you might actually have neither. You might never have an x-intercept or a y-intercept. Now, there are a couple of functions where that would actually happen. Anyway, so how to actually find the x-intercept and the y-intercept? We'll start off with the y-intercept first. How to find the y-intercept. And just remember, we sort of said that on the y-intercept, x is equal to 0. Okay, I'll actually write that again. So essentially what we do to find the y-intercept is let x equal to 0 and just solve it, okay? So suppose we have some function down here. I actually have so f of x, or in other words y, is equal to, let's say, x squared minus 2x plus 4. Essentially what we're going to do there is actually just let x equal to 0, okay? So what we do there is the y component there of our answer is going to be 0 squared minus 2 times 0 plus 4, so it's 4, okay? Now, that is not the actual answer. Y equals 4 is actually a line. The proper answer is 0, 4, okay? So that's the name of the point, okay? Let's just actually sort of go back here, and I'm just going to give you sort of an example here. In this example, we actually will state the points that are the intercepts. So I'm just going to sort of make up some numbers here. So we would sort of say this is 0, and let's just say 2. Here we would sort of say this is minus 3 and 0, and 3 and 0. So for the y-intercept, the x component is always 0, but it's always written. And that's for the y-intercept. And for the x-intercepts, the y component is always 0, but again, it's always written. So you actually write the names, you actually write the coordinates for points. You don't leave your answer hanging like this. You don't leave it there hanging like as y is equal to 4. You actually state out the proper answer there. In this case, it's 0 and 4. Okay? That's it really. Essentially, again, what you do there is just let x equal to 0, solve for y, and then state the proper answer like that as a coordinate on the xy axis, on the xy plane. So to find the x-intercept, we do something similar. So that's the y-intercept. So find x-intercept. Let's draw this in black. y is where on the x-axis y is equal to 0. So let function of x equal to 0. So essentially what we have here, f of x, or in other words y, just let it equal to 0 and solve for x. Okay, so let's just have a look at an example there. Suppose our function is f of x equals x squared plus 8x plus 7. Okay, what we do here in this situation is factorize it. And first off, we let it equal to 0 and factorize it. So let it equal to 0. Factorize that. Factorize a quadratic. X plus 7 times x plus 1. I just did that off the top of my head in case that's... Sometimes I just actually mess these up, or actually I go too fast. But in case that's not the right answer, just assume it's the right answer. But anyway, so essentially what we have here is let both of those equal to 0. So x plus 7 is equal to 0. So x equal to minus 7. Or x equal plus 1 is equal to 0. So x equal to minus 1. So in this case, our x-intercepts are as follows. And again, remember to write the proper answer. Minus 7 and 0 and minus 1 and 0. Okay. In this case, there actually just happens to be two x-intercepts just for this particular example. You can do another one. We'll just do another one, quick one, where there's only one. F of x equals x minus 7. Okay, and in this case, just let it equal 0. Let the function equal 0, and just solve for x minus 7, and x equal to 7. So the x-intercept in this case is 7 and 0. Okay. The y-intercept would actually be, just in case you're wondering, the y-intercept. Let's do it out here. Just actually have a full one. The y-intercept is let x equal to 0. So y equals f of 0 equals 0 minus 7. In this case, what the y-intercept would work out to be 0 and minus 7. Okay, not actually asked for directly, but let's just sort of have them there side by side. So this is the x-intercept, and this will be the corresponding y-intercept for the same answer, because you're probably going to be asked both together. Find the x-intercept and y-intercept. Again, let's just recap there for that second one. What do we do? To find the x-intercept, and remember where it crosses the x-axis where y is equal to 0, what we do is let the function of x equal to 0 and solve for x. And that is it. That's x and y intercepts.